Get ready for the madness of the NBA in-season tournament. Dive into all the heated, insane moments that have set the court on fire. From fierce rivalries to unbelievable plays, this tournament has it all. Are you ready for the intensity? Number 8. Jabari Smith Jr. and Chris Dunn were ready to fight. When Chris Dunn of the Utah Jazz and Jabari Smith Jr. of the Houston Rockets got into an intense fight during a game on January 20, 2024, emotions between the two teams erupted. Frustrated, Dunn and Smith Jr. violently seized each other's jerseys, starting a brief scuffle on the court. The players were quickly separated by the referees, who acted quickly to prevent the situation from getting worse.
Craig.
Uh-oh, we got another one.
The episode was a timely reminder of the intensity of the game of professional basketball and the volatile emotions that can arise during intense competition. Following that, both players received warnings for their behavior, emphasizing the value of sportsmanship in the game. Number 7. Donovan Mitchell tries to fight Zach Collins. In the last minute of the game, Zach Collins, the guard for the Cleveland Cavaliers, elbowed 5-time NBA All-Star Donovan Mitchell in the face, causing him to fall hard to the ground. Mitchell was setting up a hard screen. As soon as he hit the ground, Mitchell sprung to his feet and shoved Collins in the face.
98.
Mitchell walked away from Collins as the Spurs big man kept yelling, while his teammates tried to defuse the situation by holding him back. After the game, Mitchell addressed the play and what led to his retaliatory actions. "He hit me in the face," Mitchell said. "I feel like it was dirty, so I pushed him back. I knew I was going to be ejected, but if you hit me, I will hit you back. That's that." Mitchell said he didn't know what made Collins act in such an aggressive way. In accordance with NBA regulations, Mitchell was fined $2,000 for being ejected from the game, which is the league minimum. Number 6. Jaden McDaniels tears apart Klay Thompson. A vicious battle broke out between Klay Thompson and Jaden McDaniel during a Minnesota Timberwolves vs. Golden State Warriors game. The ball advanced into the Timberwolves court after Thompson boxed out McDaniels on a defensive rebound, but the two kept contact. While Thompson attempted to get away, McDaniels clutched onto his arm. After Thompson clung to McDaniels' jersey, things got heated.
0-0 the first 2 minutes. And then look at Klay Thompson and McDaniels. What is going on with them?
The forward for T-Wolves followed suit. To keep the two apart, McDaniels tore up Thompson's jersey as their teammates intervened. Considering that neither team had scored a field goal in the opening 2 minutes of the contest, it was unexpected to see things heat up. They both got kicked out. Additionally, Draymond Green choked Rudy Gobert. Then it was his turn to be tossed. It was the second meeting between the Timberwolves and Warriors in 2 nights. The last game saw Minnesota defeat the Dubs 116-110, their third straight defeat. Why Klay Thompson would lose his cool over a box out so early in their other game is unknown, but it could be related to the Warriors' poor performance. Number 5. Tristan Thompson ejected after knocking Nick Claxton. The Brooklyn Nets and Cleveland Cavaliers got into an intense argument during an NBA game in Paris. After giving Nick Claxton a bump that sent him to the ground, Cleveland big player Tristan Thompson was kicked out due to the mounting tension. The Nets center ran back to play defense and chirped at Thompson after he sunk a basket. When their paths collided, Thompson gave Claxton a strong bump, causing Claxton to tumble onto the court.
He gets a flagrant 2, and Thompson is ejected.
Coaches and a few players had to leave their benches in order to break up the confrontation between the two. Thompson was ejected and finished the game with just 1 point in 11 minutes. The 33-year-old is currently in his second spell with the Cavaliers. He was a member of their team from 2011 to 2020 when they won a championship. After playing for the Kings, Pacers, and Bulls previously, Thompson did not participate in any NBA games in the 2022-23 season. Although Thompson has a career average of 8.8 points and 8.2 rebounds per game, he is Evan Mobley's and Jarrett Allen's backup this season. Number 4. Grant Williams sparks a scuffle with Kevin Durant, Jusuf Nurkic. Grant Williams continues to play in an aggressive manner for his new team. The Dallas Mavericks forward, formerly of the Boston Celtics, was involved in a fight that broke out during a January nighttime game against the Phoenix Suns. Williams and Suns star Kevin Durant got tangled up just 4 minutes into the game, and Williams was given a defensive foul. Williams addressed the official while he stood over Durant.
In that tight window, make it and complete it. That is...
Jusuf Nurkic, the big man for the Sun, pushed Williams aside after he took offense at him standing over Durant. Teammates had to intervene to keep Williams and his opponent apart, as Williams returned the favor with a shove of his own. Technical fouls were given to Williams, Durant, and Nurkic for their respective roles in the incident. Williams appeared to be motivated by the altercation since he scored 8 points in the first quarter against Phoenix, more than he did in a previous loss to his former team, 2. But the Suns prevailed 132-109, and Phoenix star Devin Booker sounded off on Williams after the game. "It's not necessary," Booker said on the Suns post-game show via Clutch Points. "I don't think Grant wanted to play basketball tonight. He wants to do the antics, man. We're out there trying to hoop. So big props to Nurk for holding that down. If I would have seen that, I would do the same thing. That's how we get down. We're not with the nonsense." Number 3. Dillon Brooks keeps LeBron James feud going. The feud between Dillon Brooks and LeBron James goes back at least a year, to when LeBron James and Dillon Brooks have been at odds for at least a year, ever since the Memphis Grizzlies and Los Angeles Lakers played each other in a first-round playoff series. Prior to the current season, Brooks became a free agent and signed with the Houston Rockets, bringing with him his resentment toward James. The most recent part in this tale was when the Lakers and Rockets played in Houston in January. After James made a basket against Brooks, Brooks taunted James. However, things got worse when the Lakers star was struck across the face by the Rockets forward, who was clearly in violation of the rules. Earlier in the game, though, Brooks had taken out his anger on James's Lakers teammates. He gave Jared Vanderbilt a hard push in the back during a drive to the basket in the second quarter.
Here comes the Vandalorian.
Brooks was forced to leave the game after Vanderbilt shoved him in retaliation after a few plays. Given that the Rockets defeated the Lakers 135-119, Brooks' strategies may have been successful. Anthony Davis, D'Angelo Russell, and James all still had 23 points, but Alperen Sengun, 31 points, and Jalen Green, 34 points, proved too much for the Lakers to handle. When Brooks' rough play and trash language went too far, Davis called him out after the game. When James was asked about Brooks, he replied, "Next question." Number 2. Devin Booker and Grant Williams get into it. Following an on-court brawl involving Kevin Durant during a game against the Dallas Maverick in January, Devin Booker, a top player for the Phoenix Suns, was not happy with Grant Williams. Afterward, Booker confronted reporters, accusing Williams of only wanting to do the antics rather than wanting to play basketball tonight.
Devin Booker and continuing as the play was called dead on the foul.
Williams attempted to fight for a screen to stay with Durant in the first quarter, but the Mavs forward knocked him to the ground, which we have already mentioned earlier. Number 1. Bobby Portis ejected in Bucks game versus Pacers. Giannis Antetokounmpo was trying to jump to the hoop when Pacers forward Aaron Nesmith caught him about the shoulders at the 10-minute, 18-second mark of the fourth quarter at Fiserv Forum during the Milwaukee Bucks game against Indiana in December of last year. Bobby Portis of the Bucks stepped up to defend his teammate after Nesmith brutally spun the 7-footer of the Bucks and almost sent him to the ground.
So they find him quickly. Giannis turns quickly.
Yeah.
Oh!
I mean, just all my teammates, man. I'm just here for everybody, man, Portis said after the Bucks' 141-26 victory. "I got everybody back, no matter what it is, no matter what time of day it is. I could be 3 in the morning. You call me. I'm up. I'm ready. It don't matter what day of the week it is, who we playing, wherever it is. I always got everybody's back, especially on that. If role were reversed and it was somebody else with a history, you get thrown out, but didn't make a play on the basketball, and I didn't like it. I'm always there for my teammates. I got everybody's back, no matter what day of the week it is." Nesmith and Portis were split up, but when the Pacers forward made his way back to the bench, he continued to argue, forcing club security to hold Portis. Nesmith earned a technical foul and a flagrant one after the play review,